Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm back with another vlog. This one's gonna be a little longer than the last two, but today I'm gonna be talking about things that I love about myself, how I want to improve, and how to be more productive for the remainder of this quarter. So, things that I love about myself. I think one of the things that I'm proud of that I have is my ability to empathize with other people. And I think that this is a result of being really close with my mom, who is the most considerate and caring and kind person that I know of. And I think the way that she raised me and how she treated me throughout all of my childhood sorry, really translated to how I view other people's situations and my ability to put myself in other people's shoes. And I think that carries over to a lot of my relationships because I feel like in a lot of my friendships, it begins because people feel like they can go to me for help and that I will be someone that'll be there to listen to them and help them with their problems and be really just an emotional support, regardless of if I have like really concrete advice to give them. But I'm someone that they can count on when they're going through rough times. And another thing that's kind of linked to that is how I am very family oriented. I think that being an only child really primed me to really care about the connections that I have with my family and to be able to see what works and what doesn't. And so, like I said before, I'm very close to my mom, and I think that the way that she shows me care and nurture is very specific in that she's very hands-on and she always is very expressive of all the things that she feels. And I think that in my friendships and in my relationships, I end up expecting the same thing. And this is a pro and a con because it's a pro because I show people very expressively how much I care. But it's a con because it makes me more sensitive to what other people say and how other people treat me, because I feel like if people care, everyone would treat me like my parents do. But that's just not how it is, and that's not realistic. And so something that I would want to work on with that is to learn how to be a little bit more thick-skinned, and not in a way that's insensitive or meaning that I don't really care about what other people think or like what they have to offer and suggestions, but really understanding that what matters the most is what is inside of me and my internal values, rather than basing my confidence or basing my beliefs off of other people's opinions and things that could very easily change. And along the lines of this is to be able to stop overthinking so much. I think that a lot of my time ends up being wasted because I'm constantly thinking, even after a situation, did they actually mean what they were saying? Or like, is this how they meant it? Or was there something between the lines that they were trying to say? And I think that's just extremely exhausting. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with productivity too, because it ends up making you think about one thing while you're doing the other. Because with things like overthinking about relationships and your conversations with people, it's not like I will think about this from 3 to 4 p.m. and then I'll have it figured out and then be done and then I can work on something else. It's something that takes a long time and there's no definite answer. And so that sort of mentality can affect your entire day, and the assumptions that come up with overthinking really overrule all of your abilities to objectively look at a situation. And I think that's something that I struggle with a lot, and I feel like it's a pretty common issue that people have, especially in college, when you really are the dictator of your own relationships and how much effort you put in and how much care that you show. It's really dependent on your individual personalities. And so I think that's something that I want to work on, and I also want to encourage other people to work on, just because I think the time spent with misunderstandings and assumptions about other people make it really hard to form those close bonds. And college isn't that long. It's just 4 years, and meeting the people that I meet now, I'm already thinking like, oh my goodness, I wish I had met them sooner in my college career so I would have more time to spend with them, especially with like older students that are fourth years now and it's spring quarter and they're going to graduate soon. It just makes me think that had I been I guess just more open and more assertive in what I wanted to do and how I wanted to express myself, it would have made things a lot easier. And then another thing that I would want to work on to be more productive and just improve my own life overall is to be able to focus on one thing at a time. And this was something that was brought up earlier this week, and I think it's really relevant. And the last thing that I think that I really need to improve on, especially this quarter, is to be able to focus on my health and prioritize sleeping and eating over things that are stressful, but at the end of the day don't matter as much if I can't physically be well enough to do it or continue on with whatever career goals that I want to do. And I think that this was brought up by some people yesterday during a meeting we had, but the idea of just getting through this quarter and sleeping like 3 hours a night is completely the wrong mindset to have, because you can't catch up on sleep, and health isn't something that you can just say, oh, I had a bad quarter, but next quarter it'll be better, because it's built upon each other. And the idea that as healthcare professionals, we need to figure out how to take care of ourselves is so true, because how else are we going to be able to take care of somebody else if we can't practice what we preach at the end of the day? And so I think that moving forward, I definitely need to learn how to say no when people ask to hang out super late and I know that I have other things I need to do, or I need to box out a period of time where I can just sleep and not be worrying about other things, or just nap and not be worrying about, oh, like I want to go hang out with this person, or I need to do this too. I think just really time management and being able to block out specific sections of my day and to only do that thing. And I think that's definitely easier said than done, because at least for me right now, not getting enough sleep is affecting my entire plan for the day, because I wanted to do this one thing for an hour, but I can't because I'm so tired and I can't focus on it. And then it's just not a productive 1 hour of trying to study or trying to do emails or something. And so I think that out of everything that I talked about wanting to improve on, this is the most pertinent one. And so I hope to be able to implement all the things that I talked about in the past 8 minutes for the rest of this quarter. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.